My name's Nick Ellis. I'm Vice President of Services for EMEA at Systemax, Systemax being Misco's parent company. So I'd like to first off thank everybody for coming to the graveyard slot after lunch. And I'm standing between you presumably now and getting to the pub or somewhere, so I will try and make it. We have gone to enormous investment around this seminar though, because we've flown over one of our colleagues from Misco Solutions in the Netherlands, who's going to do a demonstration of our mobility solution, which we're launching in 2015, specifically along with a whole raft of infrastructure solutions I'll talk a bit about. And that demo will be done using 2 data centers in Amsterdam. So there has been no expense spared on this. So what I thought I would do is do a quick did you know. So first off, did you know that Misco is now a Cisco Gold partner? So we gained our Cisco accreditation on the 28th of July, and obviously Cisco Gold is seen in the industry as being the highest level accreditation. So anything around the Cisco world now, whether it's data center, networking, security, or collaboration, or telepresence, we can do for you now. Equally, we've now met all the criteria to become a platinum partner of HP's, and within the next month or so, that will then give us platinum across the whole of Europe, which is the highest status for HP. So if you thought Misco was really just a consumables or a company to buy products from, no longer. So over the last 18 months, we've been on a mission to create 4 compelling service offerings to bring to our customers. The first is deployment services, which I'll talk about each of these. End-to-end solutions, project resourcing if you have a requirement for people, and then some niche and specialist service like software asset management and so on. So, did you also know that we've created a partner infrastructure, which means it doesn't matter what your IT issue is, we have now partners who can deliver it. And earlier we presented with one of our partners, Zinstra, along with HP, around a infrastructure offering, which is a hybrid IT on-premise and cloud offering out of the box. And we presented that earlier. So what do I mean by volume fulfillment services? So we sell on average about 40,000 tablets, desktops, notebooks, smartphones a month. And around each of those, there are things that we can do for you, like contract warehousing. If you've got a rollout of multiple units, we can do pre-config checks, we can do asset tagging, we can do hardware configuration, we can device image for you to get all of that stuff done. We can install it and install it to desk if you want us to. We can do data transfers on site. We can then dispose of your old units and give you WE certification or give you some asset recovery value. And equally, we can provide you with our service cover, which is on-site next business day warranty for any of your products. On the niche and specialist offerings, these are some of the partners we deal with. But from software asset management through relocation to remote database management, whatever you want, come and talk to us about it. Whatever your problem, we'll find the solution. Project resourcing, if you have for instance, your problem is you want to sort out your Server 2003 offering by doing your own thing on site, we could provide you with the people to do that if you wanted to, or equally if you've got a load of... So typically a school that buys tablets for the children has one person who's IT in the business, in the school. We can provide you a team who's security cleared to come in and actually deliver those units for you. So our end-to-end solutions, the latest one we've brought out is Print Direct. So Print Direct is the first of our managed print offerings. So we have large estate of printers out there, which we can then put sniffers onto your network, determine whether you should move to MFPs, but equally we can do it to just give you a cartridge replenishment type service, or we can deliver those cartridges, or we can move to full managed print. So print management is the latest thing we've moved into. We have full virtualization solutions, VDI solutions. So whatever it is you want to do, we can put a solution together, deliver it for you, and then support it going forward. And not just in Cisco, but around HP or all the major vendors that we deal with. And I think one of the key things is that because we're vendor independent, i.e. we'll offer you whatever you want, we'll always offer you the best solution to suit your business needs, whichever vendor that may be from. The other bit, as I said, is we've now got an infrastructure of partners. These are Misco certified partners. So we check out their customers, their customer sats, their capabilities. We test them in the marketplace, and then they get onto our list to provide either client solutions, server and storage solutions, infrastructure or software solutions. So whichever it is you want, then we can deliver that stuff. As I said, we did a pitch earlier. Nick East is with us again. I was so good last time, he wanted to come and see me again. So Systemax Stack is a hybrid solution to Windows Server 2003 as a problem. And the difference between it just being an on-premise or a full cloud offering is you can decide how much you want in the cloud or how much you want on-premise to suit your business or to suit your needs. All right? So the stack's there. But more importantly than that, what's new for 2015? So as a group, we recently acquired a company in Holland from SEC, who is one of the UK's largest resellers. We bought their Dutch business to put alongside our existing Dutch business. It's being rebranded as Misco Solutions. And as part of that, we also acquired a full set of direct solutions, as we're calling them. So this is where Leon comes in, so he gets excited now. All right, so we are going to launch in January a full set of solutions to sort all of your needs, whether it's desktop, whether it's print, whether it's backup, whether it's hardware, whether it's software, or whether it's the base format and infrastructure. So it is a complete set of infrastructure that can either be on-premise, can be hybrid, or can be fully cloud offering. And as I said, Leon's going to demonstrate this, which is attached to a mobility solution which is attached to 2 data centers in Holland. And this is complementary to what we're doing with the Systemax Stack as a service. All right? So this is then taking that offering and adding to it with applications and other solutions. So what does it look like? So what it's really all driven around is the client, whether that person is working at home, whether they're in the office, or whether they're sitting in their sofa. So it doesn't matter where they are. This is all about providing them with a secure system. So it's all ISO 20000 and 27001 certified, and that's at an application level, not just at a high-level company. And it then provides print direct, software direct, desktop direct, archive direct, backup direct, and server direct, all sitting on top of this platform here. So we're going to bring this to the UK early in the new year. It's already being sold into Holland to a number of significant customers who've taken some or all of these, because the point about this is it literally is you can take which of these you would like, so you can start with one and then build as you go down the line. And if you've already got the Systemax Stack, you can add this to that as an offering as well. So without further ado, and because he's come a long way, so you need to be gentle with him because he is a bit concerned, but let me introduce Dion. Over to you.
Thank you, Nick. And I want to thank Systemax in Misco UK for inviting me here. So I'm presenting this solution already for probably a year and a half from in the Netherlands, but this is the first time I do it in the UK, so that's a challenge for me. So we're going to see how the technology holds up. Okay, so my name is Dion. I'm a sales consultant in the Netherlands for Desktop Direct, and Desktop Direct is a solution which we can deliver, as Nick said, from the cloud or on-premise. So for those customers who just aren't ready to go to the cloud yet, they still can take that solution and all the functionality around it, but on-premise, so they can have it in their own data center. Our vision with Desktop Direct is that we want to leave the end device alone. So the equipment where the end user is using, in my case I have a tablet in my hand, but it could also be a PC or a desktop. We want to leave that alone. We don't want to manage those devices anymore. That's our vision. Now, we aren't ready yet for that. Not all users. There are still a lot of users who need some support on that end device. For those, we have thin clients, but for those who can't go with the thin clients, we also have the more complicated equipment, and we still have to manage that. But Desktop Direct is a solution in which we can provide to those devices a complete desktop environment. And I will show you. Oh. Now, if we look at a normal desktop or PC or a laptop, then you have a lot of technologies surrounding that to give that user his functionality, to be productive. And you can look at things which aren't directly related to productivity, like antivirus for security. But you also need backup, so its data is secured. So these are a lot of complicated technologies which your company, if it doesn't want to do it all themselves, need to support. And they all need to have knowledge of that. So as you see, we thought, well, we can solve that. And we have solved that by delivering a virtual desktop. And I will show you that virtual desktop. Okay. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to the browser. And I will access the portal, which I can log in. As you see, you can see three fields. The first name is my username and maybe my domain name. The second is a password. And the third field, that's an important field, it's two-factor authentication, so it's secure. So you get a code with you if you're from the outside, if you're on the internet, which you can log into. And you don't get that extra field if you're on the office, because you know it's a secure network and you don't need that extra security layer. So you can log in just like you do now on your Windows PC, just with your username and password. Okay, now for the demo user I use here, I have disabled the third field, because I thought, well, okay. Okay. These are the three desktops that are available to me as a user. And I will start the first desktop. And this is a Windows 7 desktop. Now it's loaded from the data center, so it's not here. It doesn't run on this laptop. It runs in the data center. There we go. And as you can see, just a normal Windows desktop environment, even a Windows 7 desktop environment. Now within this Windows desktop environment, I have SharePoint. So if your customer wants to use SharePoint as an option, he just needs to enable it. He doesn't need to install it. He doesn't need to create a project or funding. He can enable it on a per user and a per month basis. So and besides SharePoint, we also have, of course, your Outlook environment, so you can email and communicate, make appointments. So that's all in there already in the desktop. And finally, we also have Link. Now, I'm going to try to do something which is a technical challenge, but I'm still going to try, so bear with me. I also have a Link client on this phone, so I'm now going to call the Link client in the VDI desktop. So remember, this VDI desktop runs in the data center in Holland, not here. Okay, here we go. I will accept the call. And as you can see, you're all on camera now. This is Link communicating over the mobile phone through the data center in Holland, and I still can use video calling. And this is technology that's an excellent achievement from a VDI desktop. So I will hang up now, and I will show you something else. Okay, so as you can see, I'm now running on this laptop a Windows 7 desktop. Now, a Windows 7 desktop, that's okay, but we are now on Windows 8. So if you have any application providers in your business environment who already are developing applications for Windows 8, the only thing the user has to do is click on his Windows 8 environment. So what it's now going to do, it's going to connect to a Windows 8 desktop in our data center. Okay, here we go. We use the images, as you can see, here's the Windows 8 environment, and it's on the laptop that's actually running Windows 7. So you have all the functionality from a Windows 8 environment you now have in a Windows 7, on a Windows 7 laptop. Okay. Now, to show you that it's really device independent, I will start Word, and I will type a sentence. Okay. I will leave that, go back to the screen, to the start screen. And I will take my tablet. Now I'm already logged in here, and what you will see is that the desktop that I used on this laptop is now going to connect to my tablet. So I can switch, and I can be mobile with that desktop. I can run around, and as you can see, I will show it on the screen. Okay. This is a Windows 8 environment, but it's an iPad. It's not a Windows tablet, it's an iPad. So I now have an iPad with a Windows 8 environment on it. And to show you that I still was using the same desktop, this is just what I just typed. So I'm totally mobile within this environment. Okay. To be honest, I don't want to use a Windows desktop on my mobile device, on my tablet. I can use it when I have a mouse, because it's ideal for mouse, but to be honest, Windows on a touch-based device, I'm not a really big fan of it. So, I'm going to disconnect from this. And I will show you another slide for our mobility solution. Okay. Okay. So for a tablet, an Android, a Windows tablet, or an iPad, we have another solution. We still want to give the user all the freedom he has on a tablet, because that's what users want. If you want them to be productive and to sit late at night on the couch and respond to emails, you have to make an environment for them in which they can do their own thing. So, for tablets, we use the COOT solution from COOT Technologies. And what COOT Technologies does is actually split up the device in two parts. You install an app, the COOT app, on your device, and then in that device, or in that app, all the data is encrypted. So your email, your intranet applications, your documents are all encrypted on the device, and they are only opened when you open that application and authenticate. So you can give total freedom to your user, the iPad, he can install all the apps he wants on them, even on an Android device which has some security issues. He still can use all the applications on it, but when he wants to access business applications, he needs to go through the extra authentication layer and decrypt all the data. Now, how does this work? Okay. So, what do users want to do when they are using an iPad or an Android tablet? This is what they want to do. They want to play games. When they sit late at night on the couch, they just want to play games. But this is a security risk, because you don't know what kind of stuff goes with that game. You don't know who developed it. You don't know you don't know anything about it. So I have here another icon, and that's the good icon. Now, this good icon actually does the same thing as BlackBerry does. It communicates with a NOC, a network operating center, to see if there's any new messages, any new data for that user. Now, you see he asked for an authentication. I have very simple authentication on this. And now it's decrypting the database. So if I don't have that authentication, I can't access that app. And now within that app, I have my email, I have my calendar, contacts, and I can even add my own apps to it. So that's the way we think we should manage the normal tablets and Android-based. Now, then I want to end it with this, Nick.
Thanks, Leon.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that, you've seen a device running, an Apple device running Windows, but it wasn't, because it was in a data center in Holland, which in itself is reasonably impressive. So in terms of these solutions, they're currently, as Dion said, been operating for a couple of years now in the Netherlands. So we have customer reference sites, including the Dutch government. So it's not just a commercial application, it's also suitable for public sector. We're going to launch them in the UK, so our recently launched Print Direct solutions will become part of this offering. So it just seamlessly will fit in. And in Holland, they've gone to the extent of, because everybody has a card to log on to the printer, they've set up with a number of cafes of the reputable chains, not the usual Dutch cafes where you can do some naughty stuff, I understand. But where you can actually go in, you're with a customer, you've given him a presentation, he says, can I have a copy of that? You can literally go up to the printer in the cafe, put your card on, and print there and then and give it to the customer. So that's the sort of cloud-based technology and the mobility that we want to bring to our customers in the UK. So we're bringing this across in the new year. It's proven, sold and working in Holland. And then again, as you saw, it all looks really easy to use, but it means that you give true independence to your customers, and you can get to the situation where you can take a start point of going for a hybrid on-premise solution, like the Systemax Stack as a Service with our partners HP and Zinstra, and then you can build on that by overlaying a full mobility suite or a Print Direct suite, because you don't want to manage and own your own printers anymore. We'll do that for you independently. So it's exciting times. I think it's all about Misco changing to become a solutions company as well as a provider of hardware and consumables, giving good price, good service delivery, but at the same time now adding value in moving our customers into next generation solutions and next generation services. So that's it. Almost the end of the day for us all. So thanks a lot for it. There's some, if you want to talk to Dion, myself, anybody from, I've got Alex sitting down the back. Stand up, Alex. So Alex is the guy that is bringing this technology to the UK for me. He's part of my team. And he's working with our Dutch colleagues to make sure we can deliver the same technology here in the UK. If you're already in Holland, we could do it for you tomorrow. So thanks very much for your time.